Today's Maths for Real is all about your favourite Greek mathematician and mine, Pythagoras, and his world-famous theorem. Now, it's all to do with calculating the length of the sides of a right-angled triangle, and I'm hoping that the army have put this theorem to good use right now, because if they haven't, I'm going to end up a couple of feet shorter than I already am. Now where, you might ask, would you want to measure a hypotenuse outside of your maths lesson? Well, remember the aerial ropeway that I was messing around on earlier? It started off its life like this. Here at the Army training camp in Strensall, we have a tower that is 15 metres high, and we have an anchorage point that's 25 metres away. Now, the Army know the anchorage point needs to be here in order for the rope angle to be safe. Any closer, and the angle would be too steep, and any further away, and, well, you're going to be running out of field. Now, if you look at it from the side, you can see that the tower and the ground actually form a right angle. That sings just a little bit like that. Now then, if we add in the rope from here to here, what we've got is a right angle triangle, the rope being the hypotenuse. Now, what the Army needs to know is how long that piece of rope has to be, which is actually going to be quite difficult to measure, but not if we use Pythagoras' theorem.
Remember, c squared equals a squared plus b squared.
Is the hypotenuse, so we're going to label that C. The height of the tower is A, and the distance from the tower to the anchor point shall, from this point forward, be known as B. Now, we already know that the height of the tower is 15 metres, and we also know that the anchor point to the tower is a distance of 25 metres. But we don't know what C is.
Using our formula, c squared equals 15 squared plus 25 squared, which equals 225 plus 625, and that equals 850. But how do we find c? Well, you've got until the guys sort out the rope slide to work it out.
What we do know is that c squared equals 850. Bang. Now, what we need to work out, though, is what c is. So, to work out what c is, we need to do the opposite of squaring, which is called taking the square root, which is drawn like that. So c equals the square root of 850. Now, the square root is this button here, and all you have to do is whack in 850 on your calculator, press the square root button, and we see that c equals 29.15475947 metres. Now, obviously, we can't measure a rope to that sort of accuracy. It would be impossible.
So I'm going to round it up to the nearest 10, which is 30 metres. For any right-angled triangle, if we know the length of the two shorter sides, we can calculate the length of the hypotenuse.